I have a lot of interesting stories that I want to share with you guys. Most of them are pretty dumb and funny, but this one is also very tragic. I literally almost died, but I don't want to title this video "I almost died" and not clickbait in bracket. Anyway, let's start with the story. So it happened a long time ago when I was a kid, probably like 9 years old or maybe a little bit older. When I was younger, most of the time I spent playing with my two other cousins. We were always doing dumb things, trying to be superheroes, doing parkour and other things that we saw in movies. So this one day they came at my house, and as always, as soon as they appeared here, we went outside to explore everything and do dumb things. So I assume we were playing or we were pretending to be superheroes or something like that. And I was Spider-Man. We were trying to climb things around my house and on my backyard just to show each other who is stronger. At that time, I think we were working with something at my house, and there was this very big metallic fence on the back of my house, almost 2-story tall, and with those big spikes on top just hanging there. And what did we do? As the smartest kids we were, one of my cousins said,
"Hey, let's see who can walk on top of this with no hands."
And I said, "No, it's not a good idea. This thing is moving." My other cousin was scared and he said, "Oh no, I'm not going to do that." So me and my other cousin decided to accept the challenge, as the dumb kids we were, and we started climbing the fence. I started first and I got on top. It wasn't really moving that much, but when my cousin started climbing up, it started moving more and more. And when he was on top of the fence, it started moving by a lot. And I didn't have anything to hang on with my hands, so my legs slipped and I fell on the ground. I fell on my feet, and my left leg was bleeding a little bit. I still have a very small mark on there. I felt a little bit of pain, but nothing crazy. I mean, it was bad, but not that much. My cousin jumped down immediately, and he looked me in the face, terrified, and he started screaming,
"Blood! Blood!"
I got scared, but I wasn't feeling anything. I looked to my leg and it wasn't that bad, and he pointed at my face, scared, like he has never seen something like that, and he said,
"No, it's your face."
And that's when I freaked out. I don't know why, but I didn't feel anything on my face until I reached with my hand to touch my right cheek. That's when it started burning like crazy, and then I looked down on my hand and it was full of blood. I looked at my shirt and it was all red from my blood. And we both started screaming like crazy. I have never been that scared in my life. So what happened was that when I fell from the fence, one of those spikes that were on top of the fence hit me in the face. I was extremely lucky that it went only on my cheek. After that, I don't remember it very well, but my mom told me. My mom came outside because she heard me screaming. Then she saw me with blood all over my face, and she tried to do something to stop my face from bleeding. My dad is a doctor, but he wasn't home at that time, so my mom tried her best to stop my face from bleeding. Then she called someone to send me to the hospital. She said that the scar on my face stopped bleeding, but it kept expanding, and she had to keep it with both of her hands through the whole way to the hospital to stop that. She said that she was seeing some white stuff inside my cheek. I don't know what was that. Maybe meat or something deeper, I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to explain everything. The fun part about this is that my mom said that she was even more scared from the driver, because he freaked out when he saw my face and he was driving like crazy, and we almost crashed a couple times because he was driving super fast. Anyway, I went to the hospital. I got a couple stitches and it didn't hurt that much anymore. A few weeks later my cheek got recovered, but I was left with a scar on my cheek for the rest of my life. And now a few years later I still have that scar, but maybe because I grew up, it's not on my cheek anymore. It went down a little bit, almost to my jawbone. To be honest, I was never insecure about my scar. I liked it, and I was proud of it, because I had a pretty interesting story behind it, even though it was a dumb thing I did when I was a kid.